From Miami, Florida, he is a former Louisville Cardinal, caught his first professional touchdown pass from Ben Roethlisberger as a member of the Steelers, an eighth-year pro wide receiver currently suiting up for the Orlando Guardians. Eli Rogers joining us today. Thanks, Eli.
Thank you for having me.
Let's get right into it. So I'm a big DC Defenders fan. You played for them back in 2020. In the first game of the XFL 2.0 season, you balled out, and you're a name I'll never forget because of that. What have been the main differences in that iteration of the league versus coming back now 3 years later? Some of the key things that might be different on your day-to-day playing in this league.
On my day-to-day playing?
Yeah, and just in general with this league, like, does it feel the same? Is it familiar to what you did 3 years ago with DC, or does it feel different this time around for you?
Well, yeah, it's definitely similar. I think they're following like similar rules and things of that nature. As far as like the major difference, I think what Danny Garcia and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has done as far as like exposure and television deals and things of that nature. I think that's the major difference. You know, we're on ESPN, Fox every week, and you know, it's really good for the players.
What is it like to play in the hub and then have to travel every week? Obviously, something a lot of people may not have understood is you guys playing Arlington last week, technically a home game, right? Because you're staying where you practice. What has that kind of been like versus 2020, where I think you guys stayed in your home city?
Yeah, it's different. You know, it's different. All 8 teams are here in Arlington, in Dallas. So we're pretty much traveling every week. Like you said, the last game felt like a home game because we're literally 10 minutes away from the stadium. You know, but it's an adjustment. At the end of the day, it's football, and you know, if you love it, it really don't matter to me. Yeah.
Absolutely. So getting into this week's game a little bit, obviously you guys have seen the Houston Roughnecks once already. What kind of advantage does that play when you know kind of what they threw at you the first time around to help correct some of the mistakes you made in week 1?
Well, it helps a lot. You know, we already know what to expect. You know what they play. We're familiar with the players, their tendencies, and also they play other games, so we're able to see that they do similar things to all the teams. So, you know, this game plan is very specific. You know, should be a lot of opportunity out there as it was the first game. I believe we're a lot more polished now as a team, and I think we're going in the right direction right now also. So it should be an exciting game.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree. You guys were 8-point underdogs last week against Arlington, and they were way off. It was a close game, could have gone either way.
Yes,
so I think that just in general, as you guys continue to go on, a lot more respect will be given to the product that you're going to put out there. You got the chance to score the first touchdown in Orlando Guardians history in Camping World Stadium. What was that kind of like to come back to Florida? Obviously, you're a Miami guy and play in your home state there in week 2.
Yeah, man, that was awesome, man. It was a great feeling. Pretty surreal, like you say, making history. That's why I celebrated. Just wanted to get the fans involved to, you know, share that history with them. I had a lot of family there. You know, brothers, cousins. You know, so that was pretty amazing as well.
Yeah, and speaking about how you're a Miami guy, Lamar Thomas, obviously your position coach here, was he the one that kind of facilitated bringing you to the Orlando Guardians? Do you have a good relationship with Lamar?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he was the one that was in contact with me constantly over the, you know, recruit process, the draft process. I was supposed to be drafted, but there was a situation going on with the league or whatever. So, you know, but he kept me motivated, kept me in good spirits, and, you know, he really wanted me here. So, I'm so thankful for Lamar, Coach LT, and I owe him a lot for this opportunity.
Yeah, obviously a bond there, both being Miami guys, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen your dedication to the game. You spoke on it before, saying, if you love football, it doesn't really matter that you have to train during the week in Arlington and then fly out. You just love the game. We saw that with you back in 2020. You went and suited up just days after your mother passed away. One of the greatest stories to come out of XFL 2020. What is it like when you got like 22-year-olds on this team and all the things that you've been through now as an eighth-year pro and a veteran to kind of be that leader and show them, hey, you might think this is the way it goes when you come in, you start playing pro right away, but here's what you're going to go through just to get a sniff at the NFL. Do you kind of lead them in that way?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes. I try to educate them on, what it takes and give them any type of knowledge that I have at the position and just in life itself on that role. So they come to me often, and I'm appreciative of that. It's a new space for me, but I appreciate it a lot, and I accept that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you've definitely led by example so far, being one of the most passionate guys out there. From kind of an X's and O's perspective, what's different about this offense than some of the pro offenses or even a college offense at Louisville that you played in? Does it feel different to you, or can you just kind of pick it up right away and run with it?
Yeah, it's just football, man. Concepts, and getting open. So like it's not much of a difference. Uh, you know, um, RPO, spread offense, whether it's West Coast, we get in the backfield, I formation, run the ball. It's just running, blocking, catching the ball, scoring touchdowns. That's about it. It's no difference though. Now in the
So at this
CFL,
point,
that's a difference.
yeah,
That's a difference.
right. I'm sure you've been through that too. And kind of speaking on this week's game, like I said, Saturday night, Camping World Stadium, primetime game. I assume you guys have that underdog mentality with that chip on your shoulder now. Everybody has been counting you guys out. You have a huge opportunity here, again, as a 9-point underdog. I just don't think you guys are getting the respect that you should from some of the improvements that have been made. What do you think about Saturday night as an opportunity to go out and knock off who people think is the best team in the league in Houston? What do you have to do to get there?
Well, we have to come out one play at a time and execute that play, execute and do your job on that play. Come out with great energy and make the plays when it count. When the ball comes your way, make the play. Whether it's offense or defense, make the tackle, catch the interception, make that turnover. Just doing the little things that we didn't do in the first game because it really was. I know the scoreboard showed one thing, but it really wasn't that. And I think that's been the case for all of our games. So just making the plays and doing our job, and playing with passion out there.
Yeah, you guys have definitely started fast, scored on all three of your opening possessions so far. Touchdown in week 1 and a touchdown to you in week 2, and then a field goal last week. So you definitely are prepared for the game. I do have to ask, I know it's probably served as a little bit of a distraction. I'm not sure if you're allowed to comment or anything. With the Quentin Dormady situation, obviously the league is investigating what's going on. How do you just block that out and kind of focus? And has that become a distraction within the organization, or have you guys just kind of put that to bed and moved on?
Well, yeah, man, you gotta stay focused. Things happen in life. Things happen, and on a job. But we all have a job to do, and right now, we're not winning. So our job right now is to get that first W under our belt, and and that's the focus right now.
Right. Well, that is Eli Rogers expected to ball out Saturday night, Camping World Stadium. I think those Roughnecks are going to have a tough time covering you. Thanks, Eli, for joining us, and good luck on Saturday night. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.